Welcome back. It is Tuesday, March 26th in the NBA. My two best bets are on the way. Let's dive into a recap from yesterday, a 1-2 day. Our cold streak continued, but I really feel like the cold streak's ended today, and I'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about our winner and our losers. We had Suns team total under 123.5. Sweat free. They lost 102 to 104. The only thing I was really sweating was going into overtime. And if we lost that one in overtime, you guys probably wouldn't have seen a video for me today. I would have been like, yeah, that sounds about right. Our two losers, Amen Thompson is over in points. He ended with 12. He shot 12 times. There's really nothing I could do there. I mean, if you told me at the beginning of the night, hey, Amen Thompson is shooting 12 times, probably would have made it a 2-unit play because that would have been one of his highest shooting numbers on the year. He just obviously did not make enough shots. Then Keontae George, speaking of not making shots, that was him last night. That man could not buy a bucket. That man, I was watching in the third quarter. He had probably 3 or 4 wide open threes. I'm not saying, hey, maybe a late contest. Literally, the Mavs did not contest it, and he bricked it. It was just a terrible outing from him. Obviously, we got some bad injury news there with Jordan Clarkson returning and Lowry Markkanen back, but Keontae still had the volume to get it done. He just did not make his shots. But like I said, the cold streak's ending today because why? Today's my birthday, and I am not tolerating any more losing. Maybe the last few weeks it was just a, hey, we're going to build up all your birthday luck, but no, I'm not tolerating it anymore. So yes, it is my birthday. I'm turning 27. I appreciate all the love and the support that you guys showed, not only on the cold streak, but I'm sure you showed in the comments down below in this video. I certainly appreciate it. Can't get back to all of you, but I certainly see the comments, and I certainly do appreciate it. I know it's been a cold streak the last 2 weeks, really all of March, but eventually things are going to turn around. I just know the ball's going to bounce our way eventually. And I think that starts today, and we'll dive into the picks. I will have a birthday parlay down below in the pinned comment, and I'll probably put the quick link in the description of the video. I have a couple of legs I have in mind, but I'm going to place it a little bit after this video drops, so you should definitely see it in the description and in the pinned comment within an hour of the video dropping. So it might already be down there. If you want to tail some birthday good luck, I'll put it all down below. I'll also tweet out what the slip looks like on Twitter, so definitely check that out. I'll tweet it out later this morning. But without further ado, let's dive into today's picks, the birthday picks, and we're diving into the first one, a player prop, a guy that has treated us nicely a lot this season, and hopefully he treats me nicely on my birthday, because this is Mr. De'Aaron Fox. I really like his over 25.5 points, minus 120 on Bet365. If you want to take for like 25 plus, you certainly can. You probably a little bit more juice there. I don't mind it at 26.5 for Fox. I really think he's in for a good matchup tonight as he takes on this Mavericks defense. Now, if you just look at this game, we got to pick them, which probably means it's a blowout, because I swear that's how it works. But you also have two teams on a back-to-back. The Mavericks just played yesterday in Utah. They won that game. Sacramento played against the Philadelphia 76ers. They won that game, but these two teams haven't really been great on back-to-backs. I don't see a lot of defense being played tonight. The over-under is about 235.5, the highest on the slate. Now, Fox, like I said, has been pretty good to us, but he's also been really good against the Mavericks, which we'll talk about in a second. But if you're just talking about from a game standpoint, with about 10, 12 games left in the season, this is a big game. This is like a playoff-type game, as both these two teams are kind of jockeying for position in the playoffs. The Sacramento Kings currently hold the tiebreaker against the Dallas Mavericks. They are the 6th seed. The Mavericks are the 7th seed, despite having the same record. They do play today, and I believe they play again on Friday. So they have back-to-back games here. The Mavericks obviously are going to try hard to win these. Now, in Fox's last 6 games versus Dallas, well, he's been cooking them. 44, 33, 36, 28, 30, and 34 points, going over in all 6 of those games. The biggest thing is he's attempting a ton of field goal attempts. 31, 16, 23, 26, 20, and 24 field goal attempts. Look, if we're getting Fox at 20 to 22 shots tonight, I'll pretty much live with this bet, because I think Fox is certainly capable of getting it done, and I really don't think the Mavericks are a good defense. Like I said, they gave up a lot of open opportunities to Keontae George last night. He just didn't make them. Colin Sexton on the other side had 20 points, so he was able to get to his spots. Just Keontae was not making his, and I think we've seen, and obviously dominate this matchup. And while if you look at Fox's game log, they're like, awesome, he's kind of coming in here with not a lot of great rhythm. He's also faced some really tough matchups. He's also faced some really bad teams where he's just not asked to score a lot because it's a blowout. But last night, you saw him score 23 points. Didn't have a ton of volume, 18 shots versus Philadelphia, a team that is notorious for doubling the opposing number one option. Still got the 18 field goal attempts, but you also saw 41 combined points from Keegan Murray and Fox's backup, Davion Mitchell. That ain't happening in a game. That just won't. That's Keegan Murray and Davion Mitchell are not going off for 41 points. Kevin Huerter is still out, and he's replaced with Keon Ellis, who really is a low-volume guy. So the ball kind of ends up in Fox's hands a lot, and he's kind of asked to do his thing. And when I look at the Mavericks' defensive side and who they have to play and guard Fox, they really don't have a great defender for him. In the starting lineup, maybe Derrick Jones Jr. guards him. If you want to put PJ Washington on him, be my guest. If you want to put Kyrie on him, be my guest, because I just think Fox will take that matchup and just take advantage of it. Because we know Fox, when he sees a matchup that he feels like is being disrespected, he's going to go out there and do his thing. I'm not scared of Lively or Gafford in the paint. And I think those two guys play a lot of drop coverage, especially because Sabonis doesn't really shoot a lot of jump shots. I really think Fox is in for a good night. Give me your over 25.5 points. If he wants to score 26 on the 26th, I'll allow it, but I really think Fox is in for a pretty solid night against his Mavericks defense. Should be a pretty high scoring game in Sacramento. Give me the over 25.5 points. Now, my second pick, we're going to go to another game pick. Yesterday, game pick was our only one that hit. There isn't one. I really like that Suns team total under pick yesterday. I like this one too, but there are some obviously qualms if you want to with this one. But I really like them tonight. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. I like them -1.5, -110 on BetMGM. I was just going to take the money line at -124 or so, but I figured, you know what, I'll lay the -1.5 for them. If they win by 1 point, just know I will just be in so much pain. But let's talk about this one, and I like him at 2.5, or if you could take the money line for safety, you certainly can. And I'll talk about one of the players I really like in this analysis that I almost considered for his prop over. Now, I don't really like taking a lot of road favorites. I feel like, you normally want to back a home team. They're like, oh, they'll shoot better at home. But I feel like the Pelicans at home are going to be a little bit of a trap here. I really think the Thunder are the right spot to be in. This is a team, obviously, with a little bit of a better record. And I think this team is just a little bit more healthy than you see the New Orleans Pelicans here. And I really think the Thunder can take care of business tonight in New Orleans. Now, the Thunder just lost their last game, and no one is even close. 118-93 in Milwaukee. No one on the Thunder played well, except for maybe Josh Giddey. In that game, they shot 37% from the field, 23% from three. And if you look at them just on the season, they're 14-6 straight up after a loss. Now, technically, this is not straight up, but there aren't going to be a lot of games where they win it by just one on the dot. And I think this is a game that they can step up and at least win by 2 points for us. But a very good team at bounce back. They haven't lost back-to-back games in a long time. And obviously the Pelicans are down Brandon Ingram still. And this is just a team that I think the Thunder step up and they play well and beat the Pelicans. Now, the two teams have obviously played each other before this season. Actually, twice to be exact. And they've split 1-1. However, the home team has lost both contests as the Thunder went into New Orleans and beat them by 24. And then they lost at home by 4. Now, I just look at both these two defenses, what they wanted. They're both defenses are really good. I consider the under in this game. But what the defenses want to do is, hey, we're going to limit paint points, and we're going to make you make some tough shots from the three-point line. We're still going to contest them because they have really good defenders, but we're going to make you go out there and make those threes. And when I look at both these two teams, they both have the guys capable of making three-pointers. However, I feel like the Oklahoma City Thunder are coming in here off a game where they could not make a single three. Just kind of a law of regression as, hey, they're going to start knocking down some shots. Same thing could, though, be said for Trey Murphy, who's coming off a game he could not buy a bucket. So I'm sure he plays better. He goes like 6 for 6 from three, and we got to deal with that. But I really think that this is a Pelicans team that, outside of Trey Murphy, very streaky shooters. You never know what you're getting from McCollum. He probably maybe gets Lou Dort on him. And I just think that this Oklahoma City Thunder defense has a lot more different able-bodied defenders, guys that can switch, guys that can are really lanky, force turnovers. If they're forcing turnovers, getting Zion maybe into some charges and some fouls, I really think this is a spot where the Thunder take care of the Pelicans here. I think they could win this one by 10 or more points. That wouldn't really shock me. A guy that I really like to have a good game, Chet Holmgren. I did consider his over in points, 15.5. I think I'd probably play him at that 15 plus points. And I'd probably bet you in my long shot birthday parlay, Chet will probably be in there because he's played really well against the Pelicans. And I think they're going to leave him open from three. And I think he'll make them pay, especially coming off a game where he also could not buy a bucket. I think it was like 1 for 10 in Milwaukee. So I really like the Thunder minus the 1.5. Look at the Pelicans, just played a long string of a long road trip. Coming back home, this feels like maybe a game where back at home, maybe they take one game to adjust to being at home, especially because they have 6 straight home games against OKC, then Milwaukee, then Boston, then Phoenix, then Orlando, and then the Spurs. So a lot of tough home games coming here. I feel like this is one they drop, and then they probably win against Milwaukee or Boston or something like that. I really like the Thunder on the road, taking the minus 1.5 as my second favorite pick of the day. So those are my only 2 picks. Not going to force a third. There are other things that could have forced. I'm not betting anything that Golden State-Miami game, 2 teams that I just refuse to bet on. But I really like these 2 picks. Fox and the Thunder, I really think we're going 2-0 today on my birthday. Again, appreciate all the love and support you guys show every single day. Even during a cold streak, you guys still coming out and watching these videos. I appreciate all the love and support that you probably guys are sending in the comments down below. Let's go 2-0. Let's start a hot streak on my birthday, wrap up March with some sort of momentum going into April in the NBA playoffs. A reminder, that NBA long shot parlay for my birthday will be posted in the pinned comment, and I'll post it on Twitter a little bit later right after this video goes live. I already have an idea of what legs I'll be putting in there, but Didn't want to force it out there. There'll be a quick link down below in the pinned comment if you want to check it out. Also, type up all the legs down below in the comments section as well. You guys have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you guys back again on Wednesday, hopefully with a little mini broom out with a 2-0 day. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.